Today's students become tomorrow's leaders. Visit miamioh.edu.
Reds fans, bring your family and friends and save big on concessions with Budweiser 3-2-1 Tuesdays. For all Tuesday Reds home games, fans can enjoy select $3 beers, $2 Bar S hot dogs, and $1 ice cream cups. This grand slam of a deal includes something for everyone. Get your tickets for Budweiser 3-2-1 Tuesdays at reds.com/Tuesday.
The Sherwin-Williams Summer Sale is here. Get 30% off select paints and stains or 35% off our new July 17th through the 27th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Nathaniel Lowe leads it off, and the first pitch to Nathaniel Lowe is taken up and away for ball one. 1-0 on Nathaniel Lowe. Reds and Mariners are scoreless as we play here in the top of the second inning. Hancock turns it loose, and it's a bouncing ball back up the middle, handled by the shortstop. Emerson fields and throws in time to get the out. And there's one down. Let's pause for station identification up and down the Reds radio network. One down to begin the Reds' second inning. Nathaniel Lowe quickly erased, and now Tyler Stevenson. Stevenson hitting .244, 8 home runs, 27 driven in. The pitch to Stevenson is right in for a strike. The count is 0-1. You go back to early June, and Tyler Stevenson has raised his average 56 points. Over about a month and a half stretch. The 0-1 spins way off the inside corner. Tried to sweep that back to the edge, but it hung off the inside edge for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike on Stevenson.
You only usually see somebody raise an average that much, or maybe in the month of April or May.
You got that right. Stevenson drives this one deep to right, but backing up, the right fielder Ken Zone will make the catch just before disappearing into the shadows of the roof that hang over the right field warning track. Now 2 outs here in the second, and Dane Myers will bat with nobody on and 2 away. No need for the roof today on a crystal clear blue sky day. Myers hitting at a .260 clip, 3 home runs and 14 batted in. The right-hander turns it loose. The pitch to Myers is a strike taken to the knees, and the count is 0-1. Did you have a chance to make it over to Pike Place Market? Is that what they call that? The market here?
Yeah, the public market. Pike Place Public Market.
Yeah.
I sure did. I saw them tossing the big salmon back and forth.
0-1, check swing foul, right side.
In fact, I went there on my way to the ferry. I ended up taking a ferry over to the Bainbridge Island, which is one of the most popular spots to go here, and a beautiful little cruise of about 35 minutes. It was a very, very nice trip here to the Pacific Northwest.
It's always great to come here. This is one of those places you wish we came to every year. Inside, and Myers actually moves out of the way of it toward home plate. It went behind him. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Another breaking ball that got away. No intent there at all. Just a pitch that got away from Hancock.
Of course, we've been blessed with terrific weather. You can come here in April and May, and it may rain the entire time in town.
Here's the 1-2. And Myers watches the breaking ball spin down and away. You can tell that Emerson Hancock is fighting that breaking ball right now, but he's staying stubborn with it, try to find the release point so that he can use it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He throws. And he misses this time high with a fastball. And the count fills up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Have you ever caught one of the fish? Have you ever done that? Because they'll let you do that, right?
No, but my wife Beth caught the fish
Really?
one day a few years ago. You get all dressed up in different kind of, rubber-proof chest protectors. And
3-2 is lined to right. That's a base hit for Dane Myers. And he's aboard with a 2-out single. First hit of the afternoon for the Reds. Kind of like your like fisherman gear almost, right?
Well, I think somebody must have alerted that there was a group from Cincinnati there because they had a big sign out to welcome the Cincinnati Reds and
No way.
on. And they kind of picked her randomly out of a group, and she put all the bibs on, looked like a fisherman in the back of a fishing boat, and they tossed her it had to be a 30-pound salmon, and she made a pretty good catch.
She caught it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Here's Edwin Arroyo. First pitch to Arroyo is fouled away at home plate. Don't you catch it in newspaper or something like that, or do you just catch it barehanded?
You catch it with your bare hands.
Do you
yeah.
really? Wow.
And then you proceed to spend the next 20 minutes getting the slime off.
I was going to say. And then congratulations, you get to smell like salmon the rest of the day. 0-1 on Arroyo. A swing and a miss. You have a little seal following you around for the rest of the day.
Good example right there where Arroyo really needs to figure out a way to cut that swing down a little bit. I mean, it was a huge swing, big swing and miss right there. We've seen him do that a lot. I really do believe that he can be a much better hitter if he would just back off a little bit the size of that swing.
And another big swing and a miss. The cutter down and in, and Arroyo strikes out. And the inning is over. That does it for the Reds here in the second. We go to the bottom of the second inning in Seattle. No score. Video Network.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Keep the times rolling all through baseball season with the exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions, and it's the best place for all your baseball bets. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
Tommy Throwoff, voice of the Reds here. If your current defense can't handle a lineup of pests, it's time to make a call to the bullpen. Rose Pest Solutions can mow down pests of all kinds year-round with the Rose Home Service Program. Depending on your needs and budget, you can choose from basic, advantage, or premium levels, all of which come with a dedicated technician. The Rose Home Service Program is the ideal way to stay ahead of pest invasions all year long. Pest problem? The Rose Home Service Program is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
It's always sunny with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Sun Cruiser's meant for kicking back with friends. Easy drinking, no guilt, just good times. Refreshing, goes down smooth, and at only 100 calories, Sun Cruiser lets you enjoy the ride. Available in single cans and packs. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Sun Cruiser Beverage Company, Boston, Mass. All nutritional information based on 12-ounce serving. Please drink responsibly.
Klosterman Baking Company is hiring. Get on-the-job training, excellent benefits, 401k, and more. Visit klostermanbakery.com/careers. Klosterman Bakery, where family values are baked right in. Family values are baked right in.
Klosterman, better, you bet.
Randy Arozarena leads off the Seattle second. We are scoreless here at T-Mobile Park in the first pitch to Arozarena. And it's a strike. Brady Singer making a pretty good habit of throwing first pitch strikes already in this game. Here's his 0-1 to Arozarena, and it's in too tight. Backs him off the plate a little bit. The count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Over his last 7 starts, Brady Singer has given up 13 earned runs over almost 42 innings pitched. A wave and a miss by Arozarena on a slow slider down and away. Kind of a slow motion swing by Arozarena, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2. That computes to an ERA under 3 for Singer over his last 7. Here's his 1-2 pitch. And he misses off the outside corner with a fastball.
I think what really is interesting about Singer is the fact that he is really a two-pitch pitcher. 80% of the pitches he throws are either fastballs or sliders, but he changes each of those a little bit.
2-2. Ground ball headed for Ellie. He'll backhand it at short. Steps and throws in plenty of time. Arozarena's the first out here in the second. And in what ways will he change those?
Well, he'll maybe add or subtract a little bit on the slider. You said that the last breaking ball that he threw to Arozarena was a slow one. It's a variation of a slider. Nowadays, they want to put a label on every one of those, but Singer keeps it simple. And then he may, change speeds on his sinker, maybe run it upstairs, maybe run it down below the knee.
Breaking ball down too low to Naylor. 1 ball and no strikes.
I mean, he's really pretty much of a throwback as far as kind of getting a feel for pitching and knowing what he does best.
It's a 1 ball, no strike count on Naylor. And a fastball is in there for a called strike.
He's one of the rare pitchers that I know, Tommy, that uses that two-seam fastball both below the knees and then above the strike zone, without going to a two-seamer, four-seamer combo.
1-1, grounded foul, first base side, and it's a ball and 2 strikes on Josh Naylor.
But I think maybe my favorite part about Singer as a right-handed pitcher is his ability to come in there and jam left-handed hitters. I mean, he was right in on the hands of Josh Naylor on that last pitch.
And, this stretch that he's been on where he's been throwing much better, and let's be honest, it goes beyond just his last 7 starts. But now the 1-2. And Naylor got jammed, fights it off into short center. Ellie out, reaches out, he caught it. No, he dropped the ball. He had it in his glove, and then the ball rolled out as he went tumbling to the turf in short center field, and Myers comes in to pick it up. Almost a spectacular catch by De La Cruz in short center field. Maybe he never did quite have it in the glove. I thought, it hit off the tip of his glove. He never quite had it in the glove, but it did hit just off the tip of the webbing. So Naylor has the Mariners' first hit, a little bloop single into short center, just over the head of Ellie. And the pitch is in there for a called strike on the outside corner, the left-handed hitting switch hitter Cal Raleigh.
Boy, a ton of strikes out of Singer so far.
Singer readies. And the 0-1 pitch. There goes Naylor. He got a huge jump and a swing and a miss by Raleigh. No chance to get the runner at second. He was halfway there by the time Singer let go of the ball.
I really do believe the Reds ought to implement that play that just about every other team does, where the catcher signals to the pitcher when you throw over to first base. Naylor took a hop step. Singer never looked. He went a little bit more. Singer never looked. And he waltzes right into second base.
0-2 on Raleigh. Check swing on a pitch down and in. He didn't go. And it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. For Josh Naylor, that's his 21st stolen base of the year. And that's a lot, by the way, for a first baseman. He's got back-to-back 20 stolen base seasons. The last first baseman to do that was San Diego's Will Myers. Swinging a line drive past the second baseman Arroyo into right field. They're waving around Naylor. Here's the throw to the plate. It's up the line. Naylor will score. The stolen base pays dividends for the Mariners. 1-0 Seattle on the RBI single to right by Cal Raleigh.
Well, the stolen base sets up the RBI opportunity for Raleigh, and he was not a very good base running bit by Naylor. As good as he is stealing bases, he is not a great base runner, but he was able to get in ahead of the throw that was way up the third baseline.
And now Luke Raley with the runner at first, and still only 1 out in the inning. The pitch to Raley spins in for a strike at the knees. 0-1 the count on Raley. Raley hitting .230 with 15 home runs and 37 batted in.
Looking for a little ground ball to get out of this inning.
Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher, runner at first, and the 0-1 up and away, and it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count on Luke Raley, who was 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts in the game last night. Before getting lifted for a pinch hitter. Singer the pause, the belt. Here he comes, the 1-1. Way high and outside to Raley. 2 balls, 1 strike on Raley. Singer to the plate. The 2-1 cut on and missed. Good breaking ball across the knees, and Raley right over the top of it. Now it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Get that great taste of the ballpark at home with JTM's Philly Kits and Fat Tire beer, cheese, and pretzels. Find these game day favorites in your grocer's freezer. JTM Food Group. Let's create great dishes together. The 2-2 inside with the slider. Count runs full, 3-2. Raleigh off the bag at first. Here's Singer's payoff. And it's a ground ball headed to Arroyo. Diving stop, pops to his feet, and throws in time to get Raley at first base. Now 2 away. The runner does move up to second base.
That was a pretty nice defensive play by Arroyo. Had to go a long way towards second base. Dove, backhanded the ball, uprighted himself, and got Raley by a step. That's the kind of defense we need to see a little bit more of.
Runner at second with 2 away, and here is Weston Wilson. Pitches a strike on the inside corner. He thought it was inside.
Batter's challenging a strike call.
We wait and see. And it was inside.
Seattle has 1 challenge remaining.
The Mariners not afraid at all to use up all their ABS. They're a team full of ABS gunslingers.
You're right about that. They're a hat-tapping machine over there in that first base dugout. 1-0 on Weston Wilson. Now Singer pours one down the middle for a strike, and the count's even 1-1.
I believe you stay down and away from Wilson. He will hit a hanging breaking ball a long way.
The 1-1. And he pops this in the air. Shallow left center. Ellie is out. Here comes Dane Myers from center to make the Mariners do get on the board first with a run here in the second. 1-0 Seattle at the end of 2 on the Reds Radio Network. Reds come to bat here in the third inning. T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Made in America means something to Toyota. That's why they've invested over $49 billion and currently build 13 different vehicles right here in the USA. Toyota, let's go places. Key Brian Hayes at the plate. 9-1-2 for the Reds. First pitch to Hayes is a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Hayes up there hitting 143, couple of home runs and 5 RBIs. Emerson Hancock turns it loose, and a wave and a miss and a wild swing by Key Brian Hayes at a breaking ball that was well off the outside corner. 0-2 now on Hayes. Back out of the box, collect himself, and then step back in. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Another breaking ball down and away. And down on strikes, Key Brian Hayes. And that's out number one here in the Reds' third inning. Third strikeout of the game for Hancock. And back to the top of the order, here's Ellie De La Cruz. First pitch, Ellie takes too far outside for ball one. Ellie worked a walk his first time up, then stole second base for his 16th steal of the year. Hancock's 1-0. Ellie swings, fouls it back left side.
You know, that slow breaking ball that Emerson Hancock throws up there, he got Key Brian Hayes out on it, is about 20 miles an hour slower than his fastball. That is a big difference that hitters have to figure out.
Now the 1-1. And the breaking ball, cutter actually, misses low on the outside corner. Ellie ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, he uses that cutter as kind of a bridge between his fastball and that slow sweeper.
2-1. Tried the outside corner with a fastball. Got the call for now.
Batter's challenging the strike call.
Ellie thought it was outside. It looked to be a little bit down around the knees. It was. So just off the outside corner with that pitch to De La Cruz.
2 challenges remaining.
Reds still have 2 challenges left. 0.6 of an inch. The distance outside on that pitch to Ellie. 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Ellie swings, and after all that, a little weak tapper back to the mound. Hancock off the mound toward home, picks it up, underhands a long way to first to get the out on De La Cruz, and there are 2 outs in the third. Western and Southern Financial Group helps families build a stronger future. That's why they welcome Till Financial into their family of companies, helping parents raise smarter spenders and savers with financial tools built for kids. Visit tillfinancial.com to learn more. With 2 outs, Sal Stewart batting. Popped out to short his first time up. Hancock to the plate. Sal takes a fastball right down the middle. 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball and a good one on the inside corner. Called a strike.
Batter's challenging the strike call.
Right at the knee. Sal thought it was inside. It was very close, but I thought it was a strike. It was.
Cincinnati has 1 challenge remaining.
So now the Reds are down to a challenge.
Bill Miller must feel like he's umpiring at home today.
Yeah.
And his wife's watching.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Sal Stewart. He swings, lifts one in the air to left. It will send the left fielder Rosarena back, shielding his eyes with his glove to a 376 sign. The inning's over. That does it for the Reds here in the third. They're out in order. And we go to the bottom of the third in Seattle. 1-0 Mariners on the Reds Radio Network.
To live the life you want to live, Western and Southern is here to help you figure it all out. Our ever-expanding range of life insurance, retirement, and investment solutions are designed to do all the outworking, outthinking, and outperforming so you can outdream. We'll do the heavy lifting to help protect your family's financial future, grow your wealth, and to help make your dreams happen. Western and Southern, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Visit westernsouthern.com to get started today.
Ever smiling, never gentle on my mind.
Reds fans, what if you didn't have to choose between the celebration and the memory? With even non-alcoholic cocktails, you get both. Bold taste, 0 alcohol, so you can stay sharp, social, and in the moment. Whether you're catching the game or closing out the night, Even keeps the good times going. Proudly distributed by Topics, your hometown partner delivering today's top brands across the Cincinnati tri-state area. Big enough to deliver, local enough to care. Find Even at drinkeven.co or your favorite retailer.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds are teaming up to give you a home run deal. Right now, we're offering buy 2 windows, get 2 free. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an additional $1,000 off a sunroom using promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule your free estimate online at Champion State.
Seattle third, 1-0 in favor of the Mariners, and Brady Singer is back to work. The right-hander's first pitch on the way to Emerson is swung on and fouled left side. Strike one. Emerson, the 9-hole hitter for the Mariners. Singer's back into his windup, brings it home, way off the inside corner. The Reds are getting closer to being a little healthier. Matt McLain was put through the paces today in a workout, running the bases and hitting. He's been hitting for a while. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and fouled away. And also, good news for Blake Dunn. He's been getting a lot closer rapidly. Now, he's not back to full go on his throwing. He is throwing a little bit, but not all the way there 100% yet. Ground ball down the first base line. It'll stay fair, handled by Stewart. He'll pick it up and take it himself to the bag for the out, 3 unassisted. And there's one gone here in the third. But both are expected soon to go out on rehab assignments. Now, when Blake Dunn begins playing, he will just play as a DH until he's ready to start throwing. McLain, they'll play him between second base and shortstop. So both could be down in Louisville pretty soon. The pitch swinging. First ball swinging. Cole Young bounces it to Arroyo. Gloves and flips it over to first in time. Too quickly gone here in the third inning. But that's good news. And then we were talking a little bit about Brandon Williamson with Terry Francona earlier today. And Brandon Williamson's got a couple of bullpen sessions, and then he will go out on a rehab assignment as well. And you hope that he can get back relatively quickly. There's light at the end of the tunnel for him, and he could really help this Reds pitching staff. The pitch is in there for a strike called to Julio Rodriguez.
And Williamson, almost a forgotten guy. We really haven't talked about him very much over the summer because of that injury that happened so early in the season.
0-1, fouled away right side. It started out as like kind of a dead arm or arm fatigue for Williamson, and then he hurt his hand. And that kind of slowed his progress a little bit. Hurt his hand, doing push-ups, right?
Yeah. Actually had like a stress fracture.
0-2 the count on Julio Rodriguez. Singer back home with the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball off the end of the bat. Rolled softly to Ellie. Scoops and gets rid of it quickly in time. So Singer bounces back here in the third with a very quick 1-2-3 third inning. 1-0 Seattle. We played 3 on the Reds Radio Network. Fourth inning, Reds come to bat down a run, needing to get the bats going a little bit. J.J. Bleday needs to get his bat going again. 0 for his last 8. Takes a look at a first pitch strike, or 0 for 8 in the series. 0-1 on J.J. Bleday. He struck out his first time up. Each team has already lost a challenge a third of the way through this game. Bleday swings and fouls it back. He's down to the count, 0 balls and 2 strikes. Hey, Reds fans, Kroger gives you more ways to save. Low prices in every aisle, digital coupons in the app, and fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Kroger, official grocery partner of the Reds. Now the 0-2. Bleday swings, and a high fly ball, deep right field. There it goes. It is gone. To the back of the lower level and right, J.J. Bleday has tied this game at 1 with his 17th home run of the year. This one on an 0-2 pitch.
Well, I think that Emerson Hancock tried to tease him a little bit with a real slow breaking ball, and Bleday almost like stutter stepped at home plate, kept his weight back, and that hanger went a long way, reached the second deck.
Well, if there's one place you don't want to hang a breaking ball to J.J. Bleday, it's on the inner half of the plate. Swung on, and that's fouled right off Cal Raleigh by Spencer Steer for strike 1. And that's exactly where that pitch was. I mean, it was right on the inner half, thigh high, and it just spun, and J.J. Bleday hit it like he was hitting off a tee.
Yeah, you know, the problem with that from a pitching standpoint is that if you do hang that, he's going to be able to pull it and do some damage. If you stay away with the fastball on Bleday, he's probably not going to hurt you going to left field. Maybe a line drive base hit, maybe even a gapper, but not a home run opposite field.
So we're all tied up at 1, each team with 2 hits. Half of the Reds' run production this year has come on the home run. Spencer Steer takes down and away, which, you know, is all well and good if you're a true home run hitting team. But the thing is, and the Reds have been hitting some home runs lately, but I don't think anybody's going to look at this team and say, yeah, they're a bunch of boppers, swing and a miss on a fastball, and count 1 and 2 on Spencer Steer. And I'm not taking anything away from home runs. They're great and all, but you got to be able to manufacture runs as well. And that's where the Reds have had their issues. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Steer. Checked his swing and a pitch away. That's just part of being a well-rounded offensive attack.
Well, they're top 6 in baseball in home runs, but they're bottom 3 in baseball in batting average. And if you want to say OPS, same for that.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Steer. And it's off the outside corner. Fastball away, and the count runs full 3-2.
They're a little better in OPS because they do hit home runs, but the telling fact is that it's kind of all or nothing for this team.
And a lot of those home runs have been solo blasts. 3-2 pitch to Steer. He swings, sends this high into the air to left field. Coming on is Randy Arozarena, fading toward the line, looking up straight into the sun. He'll make the catch, and that's the first out in the Reds' 4th. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. Nathaniel Lowe's up. Nobody on, 1 man out. First pitch to Lowe, and it's in for a called strike. Sinks a fastball at the knees. Nathaniel Lowe, with an opposite field home run yesterday, has now homered in 3 of his last 4 games. The 0-1. He goes the other way with a line drive, but it slices foul. The count is 0-2 on Lowe. Low line drive there. Just couldn't quite keep it fair. Talking about the Reds getting half of their run production from home runs. Same is true of Seattle, just less than a percentage point more. 50.7% if you want to get technical. But both of these teams relying on the home run a lot for their offensive production.
For Seattle, the problem is they've scored the 3rd least number of runs in all of baseball.
The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball rolled to first. Handled by Naylor. He'll give it up to the pitcher at the bag. And there are 2 outs here in the fourth inning.
So without home runs, where would they be?
Right. Fourth inning is brought to you by Four Roses Bourbon. Four Roses is the mellow, balanced Kentucky classic that's crafted for those home run moments. Proud sponsor of the BCL Press Club, presented by Four Roses Bourbon. Enjoy responsibly. Tyler Stevenson bats with nobody on and 2 out. And the pitch to Stevenson. He swings and lines one to right. That's fair and going to twist over into the corner. Stevenson makes the turn at first, and he will go into second, standing with a 2-out double. For Tyler Stevenson, his 12th double of the year. More good opposite field hitting for Tyler Stevenson.
I really do believe one of the reasons that Stevenson has been able to turn his year around offensively is that he recognizes what the opposing pitcher is trying to do to him. Probably better than almost anybody on this ball club. And he knew that Emerson Hancock wants to pitch him inside, take away a little bit of that power, and he was ready for it.
Now Dane Myers batting with Stevenson standing down at second base and 2 outs. Myers had the Reds' first hit today. An opposite field base hit into right field in the second. He takes a fastball off the outside corner from Hancock. And the count is 1-0. The Reds have now scored 5 runs in this series. 4 of them have come on the home run. The 1-0. Myers fouls it back. The count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. The 1-1. Way outside. He threw it to the backstop, and Cal Raleigh never had a prayer to even get any leather on it. He threw that behind the left-handed batter's box. So Tyler Stevenson waltzes into third. That's about as wild of a pitch as you will ever see.
That's hard to do without stickum on your fingers.
Are you trying to insinuate something there?
Well, you used to see that a little more often in the old days.
Oh.
The ball would have a little spot on it. It would be a little sticky.
2-1. Myers fouls it away to the right side. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
One side would be sticky, the other side would be wet.
2-2 on Dane Myers. And he swings and fouls it straight back. Fastball on his knuckles and elevated. Myers waiting on Hancock. Here he comes. Swinging a ground ball right side. Diving stop by the second baseman. And he pops to his feet and throws. Not in time to get Myers hustling at first. He actually never could get the ball out of his glove. Young with a great diving stop. But after he made the stop, just couldn't find the handle on it. And Myers will reach safely. Stevenson will score from third, and the Reds have taken a 2-1 lead.
How about that? A run by the Reds without a home run. Opposite field double with 2 outs. A wild pitch, and you score on an infield hit.
And an opposite field infield hit at that. Pick to first, and Myers is back safely. Great effort by Cole Young. I think even if he gets a handle on that ball, it's going to be tough for him to get Myers at first, who has good speed racing down the line. First pitch to Edwin Arroyo is off the outside corner. 1-0 on Arroyo. Myers inching off the bag at first. Hancock brings it home. And Arroyo bounces it over toward the first base dugout.
The bigger the swing for Edwin Arroyo, the more they're going to pitch him down and in with breaking balls.
1 ball, 1 strike. Myers started, then stopped, and now a huge swing by Arroyo, and he actually lost the handle on the bat on the follow-through, and it ended up landing in the dirt right behind him. And now Arroyo is going to get a little extra Manny Mota stick.
Oh, yeah.
On that bat. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Arroyo. It just looked kind of silly going after that high fastball there with that huge cut. Lost the handle. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Arroyo. Runner at first with 2 outs. And now Arroyo wants time after all that. One ball, 2 strikes. Hancock gets the sign and deals the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, and Raleigh picked it clean. He had Myers leaning a little bit at first. He cocked to throw behind him at first base, but decided not to.
I wonder if he just didn't have a grip on the baseball, because he would have had Myers dead if he had thrown it immediately. Either that, maybe, or Naylor wasn't ready.
Either way, safe to say the Reds kind of catch a break there. Count is 2-2 on Arroyo. He swings, grounds it sharply left side, but the third baseman shifted that way. Fields backhand flip, and safe at second base is Myers. The inning continues for the Reds. Another infield hit. Weston Wilson was shifted over in the hole on the left side. He went to glove it, moving to his left, and then just kind of a shuffle flip backhanded out of the glove to the shortstop who was covering at second base. And the flip, a bad one, pulled Emerson off the bag. And now they're going to have a visit on the mound with Emerson Hancock. The pitching coach, Pete Woodworth, goes out there. And the inning continues for the Reds. Back-to-back infield hits.
A couple of weird plays, really. Both of those balls, you could make an argument they should have been turned into outs. You know, both the ground ball that was a base hit by Dane Myers, that hit by Arroyo.
Well, I think right there, Wilson would have been better served just throwing to first. And the reason I say that, it's a longer throw, but it's a more comfortable throw. It was an awkward backhanded flip to the second base bag.
And third basemen don't usually make that flip, and he probably hasn't practiced it much. That's what you get for watching highlight reels and thinking you can do it.
So now Key Brian Hayes with a chance to add to the Reds' lead. He swings, high chopper left side. Wilson comes in, gloves it, throws, and he almost pulled Naylor off the bag, but he's able to keep his toe on the base, reaching over toward the first base coach's box, coming across the bag. The inning is over, but the Reds get a home. And Tyler Stevenson, after a 2-out double, scores on an infield hit, and the Reds have taken a 2-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th on the Reds Radio Network.
Join us for the Cincinnati Children's Walk for Kids, a fun, family-friendly event on Sunday, August 23rd. Our caring community of supporters is what makes Cincinnati Children's life-changing and life-saving work possible. Whether you're walking, strolling, or rolling, you're making an impact for the kids and families counting on us. Register today at cincywalkforkids.org/Reds. That's Cincy with a Y, walkforkids.org/Reds.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
You know, there are a few things in life you can always count on. Sunsets, potholes, trash trucks in your way when you're running late. And of course, AAA's never-ending reliable roadside assistance. Because for over 100 years, we're always close and we never close. From tows, jumps, or just smoothing out those bumps in the road, we provide 24/7 service so you can have 24/7 peace of mind. AAA, proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Be better prepared for life's curveballs.
Grader's handcrafted French pot ice cream. Rich French pot ice cream. Rich, creamy, and dense. Made the hard way, 2.5 gallons at a time. No shortcuts. Ship nationwide at Graders.com. Graders, taste the greatest.
Terry Francona and Bill Miller with an extended conversation out in front of the Reds dugout in between innings.
I think that could have been, the subject of that could have been a lot of different things.
True.
Could have been the drop ball or the bat at the plate by Arroyo.
Dominic Canzone swings and fouls it down the left field line.
Could have been a follow-up on the Caleb Ferguson interaction with Bill Miller the other night.
Could have been, which Ferguson has since apologized for publicly. The 0-1, up and in, and the count is even 1 ball, 1 strike on Canzone.
I'll tell you, that's one thing that Brady Singer does. That pitch was up underneath the elbows, and it really ran Canzone off the plate right there. One thing that he does, Hunter Green does, that the other pitchers on this staff don't do very much, which is get the ball right in under the elbows.
The 1-1 is fouled back on a slider. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Canzone.
I mean, I'm not talking about hitting a guy or
right,
knocking him down into the dirt, anything like that. Just come in off the plate a little bit. Make him feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Now the 1-2. Swinging a line drive between first and second. Softly hit, but still on a line. And Dominic Canzone is aboard with a leadoff base hit here in the 4th with the Reds leading it 2-1.
Canzone picked on that pitch. It was eye high.
That's probably one, if you are Brady Singer, you just executed the pitch you wanted to make, and the hitter just did a good job to get the barrel to it and got a hit.
Well, he's a hot hitter right now.
He is indeed. He has his first hit today. The Reds did a good job against him, holding him hitless yesterday, but now Randy Arozarena with a runner at first and nobody out. The pitch to Arozarena is off the outside corner for ball 1. 1-0 on Randy Arozarena. He grounded to short his first time up. The Reds would take another one of those right here. See if they could get a double play. Arozarena watches strike 1. Fastball over the outer half. Evening the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2-1. Reds have the lead as the Mariners bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Now Singer turns it loose. Way off the inside corner, backing Arozarena off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Singer's 2-1. A wave and a miss. Boy, an ugly swing. That was a bad pitch by Brady Singer. It was a fastball right down the middle, and it almost looked like it fooled Arozarena because he took an ugly swing, and now it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off to the right side. Another fastball that got an awful lot of the plate.
When Singer sneaks the fastball by a hitter, it's all about deception and not at all about stuff. His average fastball is a little bit less than 92 miles an hour. That is in the lower 10th percent of all the major league pitchers.
2-2. And a weak ground ball to the left side. Ellie will field it. He'll go the short way, and Arroyo dropped the ball. They still get the out. He picked it up in time to get Canzone sliding into second base. But Arroyo just simply did not catch the throw from De La Cruz, and it almost cost the Reds an out. I think the Mariners want to take a look.
Challenging the out call at second base.
Arroyo didn't catch it on the low throw, then reached for it, and he got it. Ooh, I don't know that he did. He had the ball caged with his glove, but I don't know that he had possession of it. You got to have control of the ball. You can't just have your glove around the ball.
Right.
That would be a trap.
You know, it's really uncanny to watch Edwin Arroyo and his inability to basically catch what looks like simple balls thrown to him or even hit to him. You know, we used to have a saying for that in the dugout, Tommy. We would say to a fielder that had a ball bounce out of his glove like that, so, well, get the goat head out of that glove. Meaning that there's something in the glove that is making that ball bounce out.
Yeah. Well, that one, it wasn't a perfect throw. It was low, but still a very I don't know about you, Chris. I think this is going to get overturned.
Well, if the ball is resting on the ground and your glove is over the top of it, even though you have the webbing on it, it's a cause for the review. It'll be interesting to see what they say in New York. Did he have control or not? I think they may say you've got to pick that ball up off the ground and show that you have control of it, not just trap it with the glove on top.
And he did eventually pick it up with the glove, but by the time he actually picked it up,
I think they're going to overturn this.
I think so too. I don't think the Mariners are as confident because Canzone is off the field. He is standing at the top of the dugout steps, but
After review, the call on the field stands.
Wow.
Runner is out.
All right.
Seattle will lose their challenge.
I got to be honest, I think the Reds caught a break right there. And I think the reason they caught a break is because he was called out on the field. If he's called safe, I think that still stands.
I agree. I don't think there's a rule or an interpretation that actually covers that exact play, where the ball's resting on the ground and your glove is around it. But evidently good enough, and it's good enough for me.
Call it the cage rule.
So we need is another rule.
Yeah, that's right. Swing and a miss. Josh Naylor comes up empty on a breaking ball down and in. The count is 0-1. Naylor already has a stolen base today. He singled, stole second, then scored in the second. His 21st stolen base of the year. I was talking about how rare it is for first baseman to have back-to-back 20 stolen base seasons. Swung on, fouled away to the left side. Naylor is aiming for back-to-back 30 stolen base seasons. He only needs 9 more. If you want to know how rare that is, you've got to go back to the 1920s to find the last first baseman with consecutive 30 steal years. And that player was George Sisler. Pitch. Shot foul, first base side on a low liner. 0-2 on Naylor and Holden. Runner at first with one out. 2-1, Reds leading it in the fourth inning. Naylor just punches it down the third base line. That is fair, and it goes rolling along the sidewall. It gets hung up under the pads out there. So that'll be an automatic double for Naylor. Arozarena is around to third, and that play at second base for the time being has saved a run.
Boy, Naylor, if there's ever been a throwback hitter, that is him. I mean, that ball was about a foot and a half off the plate outside. He just reached out, slapped it down the third base line where it got embedded underneath the wall down there between the dirt and the padding.
Yeah, you could see it really get wedged under the pads. And now Cal Raleigh, second and third, one out. Singer throws. Raleigh takes low. Naylor now with hits in 13 of his last 14 games. A 3-hit game last night, now a 2-hit game today. He has historically not hit Brady Singer at all, but he's got him today. The pitch, swing and a miss by Cal Raleigh, to breaking ball down. And Naylor and Singer have seen a lot of one another when they were rivals in the American League Central. Naylor with Cleveland, Singer, of course, with the Royals. 1 ball, 1 strike on Raleigh. The 1-1, up and away, and it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Raleigh, on the other hand, is 7 for 17 lifetime against Singer, with 2 doubles and a homer.
Singer could really use a strikeout here.
2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Raleigh. He swings, skies one on the infield. That will do the trick. Just as good as a strikeout. Ellie under it. The catch is made, and that's a huge second out here in the fourth inning, with the Reds clinging to a 1-run lead in a tight 2-1 game. 2 down for Luke Raley. Raley out on a ground ball to the second baseman, his first time up. Raley back in the box again. Left-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. Here it comes. And it's a line drive toward the gap in right center field. It's down for a hit. This will score 2. Arozarena with Naylor right behind him, and the Mariners have reclaimed the lead. It's 3-2 on the RBI single to the right center field gap. Luke Raley comes through with a big hit.
Was a little slider on the first pitch right there, but it just caught a lot of the plate. It was down at the lower part of the zone, but Raley loves it down in. That's the old left-hander's wheelhouse.
First pitch to Weston Wilson is cut on and tipped foul into the mid of Tyler Stevenson for strike 1. Nothing in 1 the count. Now Singer home with the 0-1 pitch, and it's a strike call to the outside corner near the top of the zone. 0-2 on Weston Wilson. The 0-2 pitch. Up and away. Didn't get the chase. A ball and 2 strikes. Seattle has reclaimed the lead. Each team putting up 2 in the 4th. It's 3-2. The pitch. Check swing on a breaking ball down and away. Didn't offer. That'll even up the count. Two balls and 2 strikes. From the belt, the 2-2. And it's low on the outside corner. Now it's full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Singer readies. Payoff pitch. Instead time called. Count is full on Wilson. 3-2. Runner has his lead. The payoff pitch and a ground ball down the third base line is foul. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes on Weston Wilson. Runners running at first. The payoff pitch and again fouled back right side. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander against right-hander. 1 on, 2 out. 3-2 Seattle in the 4th. Once again, a big crowd here at T-Mobile Park. Singer's payoff. And got it in on his hands, and it's popped up foul first base side. It'll end up on top of the Mariners' first base dugout. The Reds have an off day tomorrow on this road trip as the Reds head back east. They'll make a pit stop in St. Louis before returning home. It's a 3-game series that gets going on Friday at Busch Stadium when Rhett Lauder takes on Dustin May. 8:15 first pitch. We're on the air at 7:45. 3-2. Swinging a foul back. We'll try the 3-2 yet again. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hunter Green faces Andre Palante on Saturday night, and then Sunday afternoon, Andrew Abbott and Kyle Leahy wrap up that series and this Reds road trip. 3-2 pitch. Runner again goes. Ground ball headed for Key Brian Hayes at third. He's up with it. Looks to second, goes to first, and gets the out on Wilson to end. Score 2 on a 2-out single by Luke Raley. And we go to the 5th inning. Mariners 3, Reds 2 on the Reds Radio Network. The Reds are down by 1, but the good news is the Reds have the top of the order up here in the 5th inning. 3-2 Seattle. Ellie De La Cruz to get it started. First pitch to Ellie is a little bit high on the outside corner for ball 1. 1-0. De La Cruz worked a walk, then stole second in the first. Hit a little tapper back to the pitcher his last time up. Emerson Hancock back to work with the 1-0 pitch to De La Cruz, and he fires one in there for a strike call. That'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's take a look at today's Reds Hall of Fame and Museum trivia question of the game. I don't know what the question is, but I saw that Tim Belcher is one of the answers. I'm going to go ahead and say a Tim Belcher before I even read the question. 1-1.
I kind of like that.
Strike call in the inside corner.
I actually spoke with Tim Belcher on the phone yesterday.
Come on.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I watched him a lot when I was a kid because he was pitching in Kansas City. He was great there. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ellie. The 1-2 pitch. And a breaking ball floats high on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, here's the question. Reds Mariners trivia has been the topic this series. It continues today. 2-2. Ellie takes outside, full count. The pitcher who was on the losing end of the perfect game, Reds Hall of Famer Tom Browning, pitched against the Dodgers on September 16, 1988. Later pitched for both the Reds and the Mariners during his career. Who was it? I do believe that was Tim Belcher.
I would think so.
And it swung on and fouled off to the left side. That's out of play. It could also be B, Tim Leary, or C, Mike Morgan. I'm sticking with Belch. Did anybody ever call him the Big Burp? 3-2.
I think they saved that for Dave Burba.
Oh, okay. Fouled back 3-2 on Ellie De La Cruz. The right-hander's payoff. And Ellie skies a pop-up into short center. Out goes Colt Emerson, the shortstop. He was calling initially and then gets called off by Luke Raley coming in from center. 1 out in the 5th. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. Nobody on, 1 man out. Sal Stewart's up, and the first pitch to Stewart is a strike call on the inside corner. It's 0-1 on Sal. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Here it comes. Sal swings, fouls it straight back, and he's behind at the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Stewart has popped to short and flied to left. Oh-2. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Knocked down. He takes a moment to gather it, but does, and underhands it all the way to the mound to Naylor at first to retire Sal Stewart. 2 men are gone here in the 5th inning. If you're listening today on your car or truck radio, please remember to buckle your safety belt. This message brought to you by the Ohio Department of Public Safety. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back? As you make your rush hour commute home. Here's J.J. Bleday. Nobody on, 2 away. Emerson Hancock's back to work in his first pitch to Bleday, and he swings, and this time he picks on center field, but got under it a little bit. Hangs it up there for Luke Raley to make the catch, and straight away medium depth center field, and the Reds are out in order in the 5th. Mariners are up by 1, 3-2, halftime in Seattle on the Reds Radio Network.
Think a printer is just a printer? Think ignore sensitive data. Connect to your network and can be a prime target for hackers. At Modern Office Methods, Cincinnati's authorized RICO dealer, they help you secure your devices with advanced encryption and authentication controls. Mom protects your data with automated deletion of stored documents and detects threats in real time with built-in security alerts. Visit momnet.com to secure your print environment today. Modern Office Methods, secure technology for a secure workplace.
Keep the good times rolling all through baseball baseball season with BetMGM, an exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions. Visit the BetMGM Sportsbook at the banks on game days for the best Reds tailgating. And BetMGM is the best place to make your favorite baseball bets. Sign up today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
Hot dogs! Get your bar-ass hot dogs here! Fresh off the grill, mustard, ketchup, relish. Don't let your day go dogless.
Nothing goes with baseball like a hot dog. And nothing goes on your bun like Bar S. America's #1 selling hot dog. And the official 3-2-1 hot dog of the Cincinnati Reds.
Hi, this is Tim O'Connell, Senior Vice President of Ballpark Operations at the Cincinnati Reds. From the first pitch to the final out, SBM ensures pitch to the final out. SBM ensures every seat shines. Our custodial teams keep ballpark spotless so fans can focus on the game and not the grime.
The Mariners have a 3-2 lead as they bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. On a beautiful Wednesday afternoon here in Seattle. And a big wave and a miss by Colt Emerson. 9-1-2 for the Mariners here in the 5th. Singer's retired Seattle in order twice. Last time he did it, he was facing these 3 hitters. Ground ball pulled to the right side. It is the second baseman Arroyo way over in the hole. To his left to field it. Throw to first in time. Emerson's out. And there's one gone to begin the 5th inning. The Reds and Avocados from Peru have teamed up to give you the chance to win a new 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR or a Reds VIP experience. To enter, you'll need to register at reds.com/AvoReds and follow at Avos from Peru on Instagram. Cole Young takes off the outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0. And a strike call on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Singer's 1-1. In the air, down the left field line, twisting toward the seats, and that's out of play. A ball and 2 strikes on Cole Young. He struck out looking in the first, then grounded out to the second baseman Arroyo in the third. Singer's at 75 pitches as he works here in the 5th inning. The 1-2. And it's called a ball outside. Tyler Stevenson thought it was strike 3. Looked like a good pitch. It's going to be very, very close near the top of the zone of the outside corner. Let's see. Strike 3.
Tyler Stevenson strikes again.
Just barely by a lace. Clipped the upper outside corner. To the left-handed hitting Young.
And Stevenson will tell you that is the toughest pitch for a catcher to really figure out the ABS, is the top of the zone, because your head is so far away from it.
Now Julio Rodriguez. The first pitch, Rodriguez slaps one to center. Here comes the center fielder Myers, and the inning is over. So Singer works a 1-2-3 5th. That's the 3rd time today that he's retired the Mariners in order. However, Seattle leads it 3-2 as we go to the 6th on the Reds Radio Network. Reds come to bat here in the top of the 6th inning, trailing by a run, 3-2. Spencer Steer leads it off. The first pitch to Steer is off the inside corner for ball 1. 1-0 the count on Steer. The right-hander readies. Now here he comes. And Steer swings, hits one over short into shallow left, and on in a hurry is the left fielder Randy Arozarena, and he will make the running catch in very shallow left field.
Both of these pitchers this afternoon doing a really good job getting the fastball in on the hands. That ball just ate up the knuckles of Spencer Steer. That's why the ball didn't carry at all.
One down here in the 6th. Now Nathaniel Lowe hits, and he looks at a pitch up and away for ball 1. Cutter from Emerson Hancock. Still out there for the Mariners. He's at 88 pitches. If he has a quick inning here, he might have another one in him. We'll see how it goes. And the 1-0 pitch. Lowe bounces it over the mound. The second hop fielded by Emerson. The shortstop near the bag at second. He throws in time to get Lowe. 2 gone in the 6th.
You know, it's really uncanny to watch the Mariners starting pitchers and just see how they throw strike after strike after strike. That's one reason why they get about an inning more out of every one of their starters than does the Reds.
And they all do it. They all throw strikes.
Everyone.
Seems kind of academic. Here's Tyler Stevenson. First pitch to Stevenson is fouled back to the right side. Out of play. The count is 0-1. Base is empty with 2 outs. Emerson Hancock's home of the 0-1 pitch. Stevenson goes the other way again, but this time he'll slice it into the seats foul. They do have activity in their bullpen. Edward Bizzardo is loosening, a right-hander. Crickets in the Reds bullpen. 0-2 on Tyler Stevenson. Reds are down by a run, batting in the 6th with the bases empty and 2 outs. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And Stevenson again trying to pick on right field, but again slices it into the seats foul.
He keeps going the other way, Stevenson does, and Hancock keeps coming farther and farther inside off the plate.
Again the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back, this time at the top of the zone, split the plate. 0-2 on Stevenson. Doubled and scored during the Reds' 4th inning rally. And they got 2 and briefly took the lead. 0-2 pitch. Check swing and a breaking ball down, and he didn't offer at it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Reds trying to win this series. Reds won the series in Colorado. Now trying to take 2 out of 3 here in Seattle. Now a breaking ball is rolled over to the third baseman, Wilson. Gloves throws in time. Almost pulled Naylor off the back toward home, but keeps his toe on, gets the out, inning over for the Reds in the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It is still the Mariners 3 Network.
This is the Cowboy, Jeff Brantley, for my good friends at Grippo's. Grippo's has been a hometown favorite since 1919 and is the official chip of the Cincinnati Reds. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th generations of the Grippo's family are committed to making the freshest, highest quality potato chips and snack foods you can eat. Grippo's is the original fun food company because they've been having fun satisfying your craving for snack food for over 107 years. So when somebody tells you to get a grip, you know what they mean. Get Grippo's.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
This tax season, did your CPA fall a bit short of expectations? Dean Dorton's award-winning tax team has your organization's best interests in mind. We don't just file your taxes and say, see you next year. Our experts stay hand in hand with your business year-round, offering guidance and alerting you to important regulatory changes, so your April surprise is nothing more than a pop-up shower. Contact Dean Dorton today at deandorton.com/Reds. That's deandorton.com/Reds.
Topics powers the Cincinnati tri-state area's top convenience, liquor, and corner stores. On time, every time. We're proud to be the home team behind your local store. Big enough to deliver and local enough.
That's still Brady Singer as the Mariners come to bat here in the 6th inning. Singer retired Seattle 1-2-3 in the 5th. He will get Dominic Canzone, Randy Arozarena, and Josh Naylor. This group was the group that came to the plate in the 4th. And the Mariners eventually got 2. See how Singer can fare against him in the 6th. Working his way through this Mariner lineup a third time. Swing and a miss at a first pitch breaking ball. Slider down, and the count is 0-1 on Dominic Canzone. Canzone blooped a single into short center field. That kind of started that 4th inning rally. Then he was erased on a fielder's choice to the shortstop. Canzone goes the other way, lofts one down the left field line, but it'll slice toward the seats and out of play foul. Warm, sun-soaked afternoon here in the Pacific Northwest. And a swing and a miss. Got him. Chased a slider in the dirt. Canzone is down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon.
I think it's another example of Singer taking a little bit off that slider and staying right on top, driving it straight down in the strike zone rather than side to side. He's got such a good feel as how the ball comes out of his hand.
Here is Randy Arozarena, and the pitch is down and away. He has 4 strikeouts today, as Brady Singer, and they're all 4 against the same 2 hitters. He has struck out Cole Young and Dominic Canzone each twice. 1-0 on Arozarena. His pitch, and it's lined to center field. Here comes Dane Myers hustling in, but he'll have to play it on a bounce. Drops at his feet. And it's a 1-out base hit for Randy Arozarena. First hit of the afternoon for Arozarena. The batter will be Josh Naylor.
Well, the one thing you better be able to do if you're a right-handed pitcher facing the Mariners is be able to get left-handers out. There are 6 of them in the lineup today.
Now the first pitch to Naylor. Off the outside corner. It's a 1-ball, no strike count on Naylor. Naylor, a guy that Singer has not been able to get out yet today. 2 for 2, single and a double, and he's scored twice. As a stolen base, the pitch, and a wave and a miss, and a slider down out of the zone. He went right over top of it. Count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, the Reds play Key Brian Hayes way off the bag at third base. Ellie's all the way up the middle at short, and Key Brian Hayes halfway between the second base and third base bags. The 1-1. Naylor takes a look at a fastball right down the heart of the plate for a called strike, and that's how Naylor was able to slap one right down the third base line his last time up. Didn't hit it hard, just hit it in a good spot. Ended up getting wedged under the pads down the line and left for a ground rule double. And he and Arozarena would come around to score on the 2-out hit by Luke Raley. Runner at first with 1 out. Don't you know that Brady Singer would love, I mean love, a ground ball at Ellie right here. The 1-2 pitch. And he spins a slider low. Naylor lays off. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Naylor loves to get that bat extended like he did down the left field line last time. Singer keeps throwing that breaking ball down and in right at his back foot.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Naylor. Here's Singer's 2-2 pitch. Runner takes off, and it's a check swing and a pitch in the dirt. Throw to second, and they got him. So Arozarena caught stealing second. The count is full now on Naylor. after checking his swing on the pitch down low. Ellie, the cover man, down at second, took the throw late, and Arozarena went sliding right into the tag of De La Cruz with his right hand.
Really strong throw by Stevenson. Good one-hop pick by Ellie. I believe the Mariners thought that Naylor was going to get a pitch to hit.
3-2. Singer's pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out with a slider down. Naylor's down on 5 strikeouts for Brady Singer. And we go to the 7th. Still, Mariners 3, Reds 2 on the Reds Radio Network.
Well, we move right into the 7th inning in a one-run ball game, and the Mariners are going to take their starter out. So it is the day over for Emerson Hancock, the right-hander that is on the ledger right now to be the winning pitcher if the score does not change. Edward Bizardo, right-hander, 30-year-old from Maracay, Venezuela, comes in. Bizardo, 6 years in the major leagues, the last 4 here in with Seattle.
Bizardo goes to work now against the bottom of the Reds order. Dane Myers, Edwin Arroyo, and Brian Hayes. Bizardo home with the first pitch. And a wave and a miss and a high fastball for strike one on Dane Myers. Myers is 2 for 2 today. Both hits have been to the right side. Single into right his first time up, and then an infield hit that drove home the Reds' second run in the 4th inning. But now Myers tries to bunt but pops it up, and Bizardo comes charging in off the mound and makes the catch on the fly in front of home plate for the first out. 1 out. And now Arroyo, a base hit and a strikeout today. Arroyo now with hits in 4 of his last 5 games. The pitch swings and fouls it straight back. He's hit in 3 straight. Nothing in 1 on Edwin Arroyo. You can close the book on the Mariners starter. Emerson Hancock went 6 innings, allowed 2 runs on 5 hits, walked 1, struck out 3. Hancock continued his run of good pitching. See if the Reds can do something now against the Seattle Pen, the 0-1. Arroyo takes up and away. The count is even 1 ball and 1 strike. Strikeout in the second. And Arroyo also with an infield hit. The 1-1. He takes up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike on Edwin Arroyo. The 2-1. And off the plate. Now Arroyo way ahead of the count. 3 balls and 1 strike. See if he can get a pitch to handle right here. Bizzardo's 3-1. And Arroyo takes up and away for ball 4. The Reds have a base runner. A 1-out walk to Edwin Arroyo. First base runner for the Reds since Arroyo's infield hit back in the 4th inning. Brings up Ke'Bryan Hayes, with Arroyo standing at first and 1 away. Hayes 0 for 2, a strikeout, a ground out to third, and he takes a first pitch fastball a little bit high from Bizzardo. 1-0 now on Ke'Bryan Hayes. We've got Arroyo who can run a little bit over at first base. He only has 1 stolen base attempted. Big hole on the right side. Hayes swings, pops it up. Foul. First base side. It is headed toward the seats, but Naylor is over, out of room, and it's going to be about 4 or 5 rows deep down the right field line. Count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike now on Ke'Bryan Hayes.
I think that, those netting that goes down each line was originally put in there to save fans from being hit by line drive batted balls. But when Josh Naylor comes chasing a foul ball down the line, you may save the first couple of rows from being squashed.
You're probably right about that. Here's the 1-1 pitch.
Here he comes.
Ke'Bryan Hayes. There goes the runner. And Hayes lines one into center field. It's down for a base hit, but Arroyo went into second base sliding, so he'll have to stay right there. Boy, it looked like a beautiful setup for first and third here for the Reds going back to the top of the order, but when Arroyo went sliding into second, he didn't have a chance to be able to get up and make it to third. Nice piece of hitting by Hayes, though.
Yeah, and the other part of that, he got a pretty good decoy put on him right there. They say to run with your head on a swivel. Always try to pick up where the ball is, but when you're in the act of sliding into a base, that's awfully hard to do.
So now the pitching coach, Pete Woodworth, out. The Reds have runners at first and second base with 1 out here in the 7th inning. Ellie back to the plate for the 4th time today. He's 0 for 2. He walked back in the first, has a stolen base, but he is grounded out and flied to center. Reds threatening right now. This is a good opportunity for the Reds to draw even in this game. Gabe Spire starts throwing now in the Seattle bullpen. Right-hander readies. And from the belt, here he comes with the first pitch to Ellie, and it's in there for a strike called. Now the 0-1 to De La Cruz. And the pitch is in off the plate. Ellie now has the count even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bizzardo doesn't want to fall behind the count. The 1-1 pitch. And Ellie swings, sends a fly ball to left. Medium depth for Rosarena. He's in to make the play. The runners have to hold, and now there's 2 outs. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. With Chris Welsh, I'm Tommy Thrall. We are at T-Mobile Park in Seattle, where the Reds are trailing the Mariners by a run, 3-2, in the top of the 7th inning. First and second base with 2 outs now as Sal Stewart bats. 0 for 3 today. Pitch to Sal. He swings and drives it high, deep to right field. Back goes Canzone. It is gone! Sal Stewart drives one just over the right field fence. A 3-run opposite field go-ahead home run for the rookie. 5-3 Reds on the bomb by Sal.
Just had a feeling the Reds were getting better looks at Bizzardo than they did the starter Hancock. And, Boy, Sal does what he has done all year long. Takes a pitch up in the zone, keeps his head behind it, a stiff front side, and just drives it to right field out of here. That is a classic power swing.
His 21st home run of the year. And now Spencer Steer. Or excuse me, it won't be Steer. J.J. Bleday, the batter. Steer next. They have Steer on the big board in center, and it doesn't take much to fool me with that. So 1-0 on J.J. Bleday. Pitch. And now Bleday swings, and he puts a pretty good jolt into one to straightaway center. Backing up is Raley. And he squares to the wall at the 401 sign to make the catch on the track. And the inning is over. But Sal Stewart unloads with an opposite field blast to put the Reds in front. 5-4 the seventh. Time to stretch in Seattle on the Reds Radio Network.
Most of us one good deal away from finally replacing that worn-out rug, fixing up the backyard, or getting the bedroom we actually want. Good news, that deal's almost here. Wayfair's Black Friday and July sale. Get up to 80% off area rugs and up to 60% off outdoor and bedroom furniture. Shop Wayfair's huge selection of styles and find the piece to fit your style, budget, and space. Plus, free shipping. Black Friday in July ends July 27th. Shop today at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Being a parent comes with a lot of questions. That's why Cincinnati Children's Primary Care is here to make things easier. We've got neighborhood locations across the tri-state with many open evenings and weekends. And we accept most insurance plans. Our pediatricians take the time to listen and explain, supporting your child from newborn days through the teen years, including mental and behavioral health. And if something comes up after hours, our nurse helpline is there 24/7. Cincinnati Children's Primary Care, partners you can count on.
More than a museum. It's stunning exhibits that walk you through the Bible. It's a stroll through gorgeous botanical gardens. It's a marvelous tour of the heavens. And there's so much more at the Creation Museum in Petersburg, Kentucky, with fascinating exhibits, a planetarium, a special effects theater, a zoo, a playground, and a butterfly house and conservatory. The Creation Museum is fun for the whole family. Go to creationmuseum.org.
Mulch season is
.org.
Mulch season is here. Mulch America has you covered with triple processed color enhanced mulch offered in black, brown, and red. We also have large amounts of natural mulch available. Check out all of our products at mulchamerica.com. That's mulchamerica.com.
One low from Brady Singer. Red starter still out there here in the seventh inning at 89 pitches now. It's the 11th opposite field home run this year for Sal Stewart. It's the most by a Red since 2013 when Votto belted 13 of them. It's a long time. Swing and a miss. And now 2-1 count on Cal Raleigh. Raleigh's 1 for 2. He singled in the second, popped to the shortstop in the fourth. Reds have jumped in front by 2, 5-3. Reds trying to win this series in Seattle. Off the inside corner. Singer, who has been all over the strike zone today, now behind the count here against Raleigh. 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch, and he finds the inside corner around the knees with a strike to Raleigh, and I don't think Cal Raleigh liked it much. But it split the inside edge. It was a good pitch from Singer. Brock Burke is throwing in the Reds bullpen behind Singer. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a fastball away at 93. Still plenty of giddy up when he needs it on the fastball.
Yeah, nice comeback there for Brady Singer to get the lead runner. You know, he is not in uncharted territory here in the 7th inning. He's done it 3 times previous this year. But each of the 3 times he has gone 7 innings or more has been in the last 5 starts. That's how much he's turned the season around.
Now Luke Raley. He swings the first pitch and skies one to medium depth right center field. Dane Myers fighting the sun, but he'll get over in center to make the catch. And now 2 gone here in the 7th inning. And Weston Wilson bats. 67 strikes of the 95 pitches that Brady Singer has thrown today. That's attacking the strike zone. That's what that is. Brock Burke ready to go in the Reds bullpen. Left-handed hitting Colt Emerson is next, but he is the number 9 hitter. The pitch. Breaking ball dives low, and then you go to the top of the order in the left-handed hitting Cole Young. I would imagine that Terry Francona would like to see Brady Singer finish this inning. He'd probably like to see him finish it by getting this guy right here, the pitch. And a strike thrown, 1-1. Fastball on the outside corner, knee high. 1-1 on Weston Wilson. But I'm curious, if Wilson were to reach, would he give him one more hitter, even though it's a left-hander and he's got a left-hander up in the bullpen, just because it's the number 9 hitter, the pitch missing down and away?
Well, he still has not reached the 100-pitch mark, if to give you a little bit of gauge how efficient he has been.
2 balls, 1 strike, the 2-1. And a well-thrown fastball sinking at the knees, right down the middle of the plate, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Wilson. He will use his timeout, back out of the box. This next pitch will be number 100 for Brady Singer. Will it be his last? The 2-2 off the outside corner. Fastball away. And it's a full count, 3-2. Weston Wilson has taken the count full 11 times this year, but he's 0 for 7. Pitch. Check swing. Did he go? They ask it first. He did not. So Wilson works the walk, and a 2-out walk at that against Brady Singer, and that's it. With the left-hander Burke ready to go and the left-hander Colt Emerson coming up, that will be the end of the day for Brady Singer. Terry Francona's on his way to the mound with a Reds Wober's mustard pitching change. Wober's mustard. Let's put some mustard on. Back. Runner at first with 2. We come back. Runner at first with 2 outs. Reds 5, Mariners 3 on the Reds radio.
Insurance, retirement, and investment needs. Western and Southern is somewhere you want to be. With one of the strongest life insurance groups in the world, you can feel confident about protecting your loved ones with whole, term, and universal life insurance solutions. Western and Southern is also here to help plan your future retirement with investing strategies that may help grow your wealth too. Visit westernsouthern.com/rest assured to get started.
Never smiling, never gentle on my mind.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
Join us for the Cincinnati Children's Walk for Kids, a fun, family-friendly event on Sunday, August 23rd. Our caring community of supporters is what makes Cincinnati Children's life-changing and life-saving work possible. Whether you're walking, strolling, or rolling, you're making an impact for the kids and families counting on us. Register today at cincywalkforkids.org/reds. That's Cincy with a Y, walkforkids.org/reds.
Pitching change as Terry Francona's favorite left-hander comes into the ball game right now. It is 50 appearances on the year for Brock Burke. That will lead the National League. Mason Flaherty of Toronto has 52 over in the other league, but we're going to see Burke again, as we have seen so many times so far this season.
Colt Emerson, the batter. Runner at first, 2 outs, left on left. Burke fires. Fastball up and in, and he spins out of the way of ball 1. Emerson's only a 190 hitter on the year. After going 0 for 2 so far in this game, he's hitting just 163 against left-handers. Brady Singer currently in line for the win. Burke trying to hold the Mariners, and it's lifted in the air, short left on his Blade. He'll make the catch coming in toward the line. The 7th. We go to the 8th. Reds looking to add on up to 5-3 on the Reds radio network.
pitcher for the Reds here as we go to the top of the 8th inning. It'll be a 27-year-old right-hander, Cole Wilcox. Wilcox is from Chattanooga, Tennessee, went to high school across the border there in Ringgold, Georgia, and he was just recalled out of AAA Tacoma back on June the 30th. Has settled in now to be right in the middle of that middle relief for the Mariners.
Right-hander goes to work now against Spencer Steer, leading off the Reds' 8th. First pitch in the dirt outside for ball 1 to Steer. Close the book on Brady Singer. Singer went 6 2/3, allowed 3 runs on 6 hits with a walk and 6 strikeouts today. The 1-0. And Steer lifts one high in the air toward the line and right. Dominic Canzone over near the line and across into foul territory to make the catch. Steer is the first out in the Reds' 8th inning. Checking scores around the league, brought to you by Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Let the good times cruise. Quite a bit of action around the big leagues this afternoon. First pitch swinging, Nathaniel Lowe comes up empty, strike 1. Lowe's 0 for 3 today. He's grounded twice to short, also grounded out to the first baseman. A lot of games have gone final. Pirates 5-3 winners over the Yankees. Red Sox playing 2 today against the Orioles. They won the first game 6-3 to stretch their winning streak. The pitch is in for a strike to Nathaniel Lowe, and the count is 0-2. Boston has now won 15 games in a row. Lowe didn't want to, but he couldn't hold up, and he went around. He's down on strikes. 2 away in the 8th. I mean, Boston is on some kind of roll. Not only are they right back in the thick of things, but they've moved themselves into a playoff spot now in the American League. And they just keep on keeping on. Tyler Stevenson bats now, and Stevenson watches a strike. It's really quite impressive what Boston's doing.
If the season were to end today, they would take that third
strike call.
They would take the third wild card spot.
Well, they have just matched a franchise record that was set back in 1946 by winning 15 in a row. Oh, 0-2 the count on Tyler Stevenson. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? They ask at first. No. So now they're trying to break that record. They've tied it. Now with a win in the second game, they can break the record. They'll have to wait till tonight. It's a 7-10 game on a split doubleheader. Brewers beat the Mets today 4-3. Royals, another win over the Giants, 5-4 in Kansas City. The Yankees and Pirates are playing 2. The second game is until tonight. Of course, a game of interest for the Mariners. The Rangers playing host the White Sox. That game's later tonight, 8 o'clock. 2-2. Stevenson swings and fouls it off to the right, out of play. Cubs play host the Tigers tonight. 2 games in progress right now. Cardinals are up 1-0 in Anaheim. They've played 6 so far there. Diamondbacks thrashing the A's today, 10-2, bottom of the 6th in Arizona. 2-2 pitch. And a weak ground ball to the shortstop. Into field it is Emerson. He'll throw in time to get the out. The 8th. They're up and down in order, but they have the lead 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning in Seattle on the Reds Radio Network.
Baseball is a hometown tradition, and so is Topics Distributing. For generations, we've supplied the Cincinnati tri-state area's convenience, liquor, and corner stores with the products fans count on. From peanuts and popcorn to the latest trends, like even a refreshing non-alcoholic cocktail, Topics delivers what's now and what's next. We're proud to be the hometown team behind your local store. Big enough to deliver and local enough to care. Learn more at Topics.com.
Can't make it to the game? The next best place to watch a Cincinnati win is Belterra Park, Cincinnati. Make Belterra Park, Cincinnati your place to catch all the big league action. With 3 restaurants and over 1,100 games, plus live and simulcast horse racing, the action never stops. That's Belterra Park in Cincinnati. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call the Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-589-9966.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hi, this is Chris from Rolling Homes. Built in Cincinnati, built on trust. If you want to skip the hassle of selling your home, we can help. Just a straightforward cash offer and a closing timeline that fits your needs. Call 513-513-CASH. Rolling Homes. Call us today and see how easy selling your home can be.
It's still Brock Burke for the Reds here in the 8th. Mariners coming to bat. It'll be the top of the order for Seattle against Burke. Cole Young, Julio Rodriguez, and then Dominic Canzone. If anybody gets on, Randy Arozarena. Young and Canzone, both left-handers. And as Chris mentioned, there's a lot of left-handers in this Seattle lineup. Burke's pitch, fastball in there for a strike call. The count is 0-1 on Cole Young. 5-3 Reds as we play here in the bottom of the 8th inning on what has been a sun-drenched Wednesday afternoon. The pitch is too high. One ball, one strike.
This is one of those situations where, you don't have your closer in the 9th inning, but this is probably the key inning as Burke faces the top of the lineup.
Here he comes, and it's swung on and fouled away to the left side. That'll end up reaching the seats behind the Reds dugout.
And if you were thinking about matchups, there's so many lefties in this Mariners lineup that Burke is the guy that Terry Francona needs to have out there.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Cole Young. Young has struck out twice already. Wide open stance from the left side. Now he brings his feet together a little bit. As the pitch comes in, he takes upstairs on a fastball from Burke, 97 miles an hour, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Fouled back. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're talking about the Red Sox, and Chris, when you look at the Red Sox and you take a little deeper dive, keep in mind, this is a franchise that fired their manager and a lot of members of his staff. The 2-2. In the air, right center, shallow. Out goes Edwin Arroyo, but Spencer Steers got it under control as he makes the running catch in from right. That's the first out here in the 8th inning. And then, a couple of months after that, they fired or parted ways, I guess publicly, mutually, with Kyle Bodie, who was running both the offensive and pitching departments in the minor leagues for the Red Sox. And now all of a sudden, those are usually indications that an organization is in turmoil. Swung on and fouled back to the right. Now they've won 15 games in a row.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I don't know if it's a coincidence or not. It probably is. But, Craig Breslow was taking a lot of heat. He's the GM and president of baseball ops over there for maybe swaying a little bit too analytically. Baseball insiders
line to left center field by Julio Rodriguez. That's by Myers, and it rolls to the base of the wall. Rodriguez will go coasting into second base with a 1-out double. His 16th double of the year.
Rodriguez is one of those players that rarely ever takes a pitch on the outer part of the plate and hits it the other way. That was not all that bad of a pitch by Brock Burke. Outer corner, maybe a little bit around the knees, and Rodriguez with those long arms went right out there and stroked it into left center field.
So runner at second base, 1 out. Burke comes set, he throws. And the pitch is a strike across the top of the zone, and the count is 0-1 on Canzone. You were saying, though, about the Red Sox.
Yeah, they've become too analytical, according to a lot of the baseball people you talk to, but you don't really know whether you're inside the organization what that means or not.
The 0-1. Up too high.
Kyle Bodie was with the Reds between 2019 and 21, and he did a good job in upgrading the Reds towards the analytical age. But when they gave him control of the pitching development program, it kind of turned sour, and he did not get his contract renewed after 2021.
1-1 pulled foul, first base side.
I think teams are always playing back and forth. They're playing copycat. This team is doing that, but we've got to do that too. If it means they've got to dive into more analytics, that's what they'll do. And that's really been the trend all throughout baseball here over the last decade.
Teams do it, players do it individually as well. You don't have to look any further than the torpedo bat. Bouncer on one hop back to Burke. He had a play at third, goes to first instead to get Canzone, and that's the second out here in the 8th inning. And now Randy Arozarena comes to the plate.
Yeah, I think the sure out there was first base, and Burke was thinking the same thing. You know, he got a 2-run lead. If it's a 1-run ball game, it's a different story.
So now Arozarena. You know, you look at the changes that the Red Sox have made. Here's the first pitch to Randy Arozarena, and it's up and in. I mean, it almost feels to me like they have made, and maybe they haven't, but it feels like they're making whole, large-scale philosophical organizational changes in the middle of the season and how they've turned their season around. The pitch is a strike at the knees, but like you said, it may feel like that. It's probably a little bit more coincidental.
Yeah, it probably is, but it also could be just like there was a veil of unhappiness going on. And when you lose, you do that. They had great expectations this year. All of a sudden, you catch fire, and everything is good.
1-1. Little soft tapper back to the mound, and across his body, Burke will glove it, flip it underhand to Sal Stewart for the Mariners here in the 8th inning. So Burke works around Julio Rodriguez's one-out double. He's stranded at third. Still 5-3. Reds trying to add on when we come back in the 9th on the Reds Radio Network. The Reds trying to add to a 2-run advantage as they bat in the 9th inning. Dane Myers, Edwin Arroyo, and Key Brian Hayes for the Redlegs. Wilcox still on for Seattle. Came on, worked a 1-2-3 8th. Back at it here in the 9th. His first pitch, and Dane Myers watches a breaking ball spin in for a strike. The Mariners scored first in this game, and then the Reds briefly took a 1-run lead in the 4th. The 0-1, Myers pops it into the air, foul, first base side. He's down to the count 0-2. J.J. Bleday went deep to tie the game in the 4th. And then Tyler Stevenson, who delivered a 2-out double, advanced to third on a wild pitch, scored on a Dane Myers infield hit to the second baseman who made a diving stop. 0-2. Bounce toward third. Big hop for Wilson. He's in to field it and throws to first in time to get the out. One gone here in the Reds' ninth inning. And then after the Mariners reclaimed the lead with 2 runs and their ensuing at-bats, Reds were back behind by 1. And then with 2 outs and 2 aboard in the 7th inning, Sal Stewart delivered a clutch opposite field 3-run home run to put the Reds in front. Edwin Arroyo, a big cut and a miss, strike 1. He's been on twice this afternoon. He singled in the 4th inning, and then he walked and came home to score on that aforementioned Sal Stewart home run. The 0-1. And Arroyo slices a line drive down the line and left. That's fair. Rosarena over to cut it off. Arroyo, big turn at first, but he'll hang on there with a 1-out single to left. Nice piece of hitting there by Edwin Arroyo.
Arroyo got a fastball on the outer part of the plate and just kind of went right down the left field line with it.
And now it's Ke'Bryan Hayes who laced the line drive into center his last time up for a hit.
Sure be a nice run to get in if you could do it.
It's Edwin Arroyo's second multi-hit game of the month. The 1-0 pitch. And Hayes watches a breaking ball spin low.
The catcher challenging the call.
I actually think Wilcox wanted to challenge it. I think he was relaying to Cal Raleigh to challenge it. And the pitch was a strike at the knees.
Seattle has 1 challenge remaining.
So they got it. Now it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. 1-1 on Ke'Bryan Hayes, and here he comes. There goes Arroyo, and a bouncing ball headed for third, fielded by Wilson. A throw in time to first to get Ke'Bryan Hayes for the second out in the 9th inning, but Arroyo is up to second base, and now if Ellie can deliver a 2-out hit, the Reds would steal an extra run here in the 9th inning. You stay out of any chance of a double play with Arroyo in motion there. Ellie hitless today. 0 for 3 after his leadoff walk to start the game. The pitch. And it's a strike at the knees. The count is 0-1. Ellie has actually hit better right-handed than he has left-handed this year. Up there left-handed right now against the right-handed throwing Wilcox. And he leans back out of the way of a fastball up and in.
And that's not because he's a bad left-handed
Not
hitter.
at all.
It's because he's so good right-handed.
He's hitting .262 against the right-handers. The pitch. And it's low and inside. And this used to be his strong side. His OPS still up by close to 800.
Well, what the Mariners have done today to Ellie De La Cruz is just pitch him constantly right in off the plate.
Bill Miller, home plate umpire and part-time groundskeeper, apparently doing some work on the left-handed batter's box where Ellie has his back foot planted. 2-2, or 2-1 rather. Breaking ball bends in down the heart of the plate for a called strike on De La Cruz, and that'll even the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, runner at second, 2 out, the pitch, and a swing and a miss. A wild swing by De La Cruz on a breaking ball way low and in. And the inning is over. A hit by Arroyo, but Emilio Pagan to try to nail this one down for the Reds and give the Reds their second consecutive series victory on the road. We're back with the bottom of the 9th inning. It's the Reds 5 and the Mariners 3 on the Reds Radio Network.
Join the Reds July 27th through the 29th as they take on the Cleveland Guardians in a 3-game series presented by Kroger Zero Hunger, Zero Waste. Tuesday, the 28th, is another Tarps Off Budweiser 3-2-1 Tuesday. Fans can enjoy select $3 beers, $2 bar hot dogs, and $1 ice cream cups, and cheer on the Reds from the Tarps Off section in the Kroger bleachers. Don't miss this epic battle for the Ohio Cup. Get your tickets now at Reds.com/tickets.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds are teaming up to give you a home run deal. Right now, we're offering buy 2 windows, get 2 free. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an additional $1,000 off a sunroom using promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule your free estimate online at championsavenow.com.
Must be the love. Yeah, must be the love right now.
There's so much to love in Ohio because the heart-shaped state is the heart of adventure with 76 free state parks, amusement parks, ballparks, and more. The heart of opportunity with great jobs and a low cost of living. Ohio is the heart of it all. Follow your heart at ohio.org.
Looking for a unique space to host your next private event? Great American Ballpark is the perfect venue that is open year-round. With over 15 distinct spaces offering a wide range of aesthetics and layouts, we're sure to have a space for any occasion. We specialize in meetings, conferences, trade shows, galas, holiday parties, weddings, and more. Take your event to the next level and add one of our special event enhancements, including on-field batting practice, batting cages, speed pitch, tours, and more. For information, visit reds.com/events.
Well, it is the 9th inning, and it'll be another Wover's Mustard pitching change. This time, Emilio Pagan comes on. Game number 20 overall for Pagan. He is sitting on 8 saves.
Josh Naylor, the first to face him here in the 9th. First pitch. Naylor takes right down the middle. A called strike. The count is 0-1. Emilio Pagan slammed the door shut on the Mariners last night, facing Young, Arozarena, and Canzone, retiring him 1-2-3 on a flyout, ground out, and a strikeout. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back, and he's got Naylor down 0-2. It is 5-3 Reds here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Pagan staring in. Comes set, and now Tyler Stevenson wants to go talk things over with Pagan. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. Three Reds leading it. Bottom of the 9th inning. Josh Naylor at the plate. Down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Emilio Pagan on to save it. Right now, the starter, Brady Singer, in line for the win. Pagan from the belt. Deals the 0-2 pitch to Naylor. And he spiked a split in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He had that split working great during the game yesterday.
It's kind of interesting with Pagan because the split really moves like a slider and the slider moves like a splitter, meaning that the slider goes straight down, the splitter kind of goes side to side across the strike zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And here is Pagan's 1-2 pitch to Naylor. And again, a cutter this time down below the zone on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Left-handed batter, Naylor waiting on Pagan's 2-2. Swinging a bullet and foul down the first base line. Smashed by Naylor just past Sal Stewart, playing deep over at first base. Guarding the line a little bit. We've seen Naylor also punch one down the left field line. Key Brian Hayes basically standing at short on the back edge of the infield dirt. And Ellie De La Cruz is all the way up the middle. Outfield straight away against Naylor, who uses his timeout and backs out of the box. Naylor 2 for 3 this afternoon. The 2-2 pitch. Pagan to Naylor. And again, swung on and fouled back. Still 2-2. Pagan's 2-2. Swing and again fouled first base side. Another cutter. And that time Naylor was out in front. It was in the zone over the inner half of the plate.
Pretty good showdown right here. Naylor's having some really good swings, and Pagan is still putting that ball right where he wants it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and holding here on Naylor. 7 pitches and counting in this at bat. Here's the 8th. Again the 2-2. Pagan to Naylor. And he turns it loose. And it's a split that floats off the outside corner to the left-handed hitting Naylor. Count runs full 3-2. Cal Raleigh lurking on deck. The payoff pitch. Naylor lifts it in the air to center. There is Myers. He's got it. 1 down here in the 9th inning.
Really nice pitch selection there. I think it was by Tyler Stevenson to come inside with a fastball. Naylor trying to get his arms out and just got it a little bit off the label. Easy fly ball to center field.
1 down, and that brings up Cal Raleigh. The best he can do for the Mariners now is pull him within 1. You'd much prefer that than him coming to the plate representing the tying run. That was a big out of Naylor, and now he can go after Raleigh. 1 for 3 in this one. Pitch to Raleigh. Down low for ball 1. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Cincinnati Reds and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Reds. This copyright reminder is provided by Dinsmore, official legal counsel of the Reds. 1-0 is fouled back to the left. 1 ball, 1 strike on Raleigh. Stick around. Yid's got the Reds postgame show next. He's got scores around the league, highlights, and he'll also have today's Toyota Tundra star of the game. The 1-1 to Cal Raleigh. Floats off the outside corner, a split. 2 balls and a strike on Raleigh. Raleigh waiting on Pagan. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball well thrown over the inside corner for a strike called to even the count at 2-2.
Why, Raleigh was so tempted to have a ABS challenge on that one.
He's already lost 1 today. It was a bad miss.
Still on his mind.
Each team still with 1. The 2-2 in the dirt with the cutter. Count fills up 3-2. Pagan fires. 3-2 pitch on the ground. 1 hop to Sal at first. He'll take it himself. 2 down here in the 9th inning. Pagan gets Raleigh on a easy ground ball to the first baseman. Now it's Luke Raley. The last hurdle for Emilio Pagan and the Reds as they start to fill up the aisles with a lack of hope here in Seattle. First pitch on the way to Luke Raley. In the dirt inside for ball 1. The count is 1-0. Pagan through the sign, sets. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes on Raley. We don't want to walk him because then you give the Mariners a chance. So Pagan's got to get back in the strike zone in a hurry here to Raley. Down now in the bottom part of the Seattle lineup. The 2-0. And Raley fouls it back. Raley's 1 for 3 today. He had a big 2-run go-ahead single in the 4th inning that at the time gave Seattle a 3-2 lead. Raley's only a .230 hitter on the year. Pagan's 2-1. Way off the outside corner with that fastball, and now he falls behind on Raley. 3 balls and 1 strike. West and Wilson waiting in the on-deck circle. 3-1 pitch. And it's hit high in the air. Left center field should be playable. The sun tough. Here comes Bleday, and he's got it. J.J. Bleday over from left center to make the catch. And that's it. Reds win it 5-3. The first series win in Seattle ever for the Cincinnati Reds. They have matched their total win total here in Seattle in this series alone. They came in having only won 2 games here in Seattle. They take